This is not good, Johnny.
No, mate. We haven't had this before with
No,
this particular piece of software.
no, I don't know what's going on. Maybe it's my end. I don't know if I haven't really had any internet issues, but
Have you paid the bill?
yeah, well, that's a point. I might not have paid the bill. We've got a couple of people logging on. Can you let us know whether we're online? That would be great. That will help us out. We know he's talking for no reason.
There we go.
We're back. There we go. Mark's on board. Hello to you, Mark, my very good friend. Can't wait to see you on Sunday. It will be a big day. Witchy Benacast is back. Thank you very much. We are back. Good to go. So where were we, Johnny? Best players.
Best players, yeah. So for me, I've gone the bookends. I've gone Wiedering 3 votes and Charlie as 2 votes. Wiedering was amazing all day and just took those wonderful marks when he needed to. Denied Buddy Franklin everything, but then came back when he needed to on other players. So, yep. And Charlie Curnow, well, you can't not give him votes after that first half. But even that second half, he was just amazing, bringing the ball to ground and just competing. And 1 vote I've gone to Doc. I thought he was fantastic all day too. And gets often overlooked.
Yeah, he often gets overlooked for the votes, but he's just been super solid. I was so worried about him with that knock. It looked really, really hard. But, after what he's been through, a little elbow to the schnoz is not going to hold him back.
And it clearly didn't. But, as a lead-in, unfortunately, the Western Bar crew is not going to be on Thursday, so I'm going to pinch a segment from them. Okay. And I'm going with Goose of the Week. Okay. And Goose of the Week goes to Josh Kennedy. He's come in and he's done. He was absolutely trying to go and hurt Doherty. There was no two ways about it. It was a mug's act, and then he's come down and injured himself now for a long time. So he wins it hands down. I mean, that was just stupid.
Bit of karma involved. Oh, look, Kennedy's a ball player. I've never seen him do anything like that before. I think at that point that was our 7th goal in a row or something. I think he tried to do something and roughed up a few people before that. But I would hazard to guess that I don't think the elbow to the face was probably the intention. It still was very, very messy. But he got his just desserts out of that.
For great John Lennon song, Instant Karma. Instant Karma's going to get you.
I heard from a reliable source that I think it's a blessing in disguise anyway, because Kennedy's only playing based on his name anyway, and it's probably he's probably last game he's played actually.
Yeah, I'd go ahead with that because they were looking pretty good in the midfield without him.
Yeah, and look, they've got an awesome midfield. They started to do really, really well. They got a little bit on top of us at some point, as they always were going to do. We didn't have things on our own terms. My best for what it's worth, Weeders, just a superstar, and is our rock of Gibraltar every single week. I dare say, I don't even want to think about what would happen. Hewitt against his old team, absolutely fantastic. What do you say about that pickup? Sydney Swans, they must have been crying in their milkshakes to see him run around and kill him.
Yeah, look, we didn't offer him that much money. They only had to match it, and didn't.
Look, Walshy, and again playing his role. He's starting up forward. He's just in and everywhere. He knows he doesn't have to be that, 2IC now, but we know he can when necessary. He's just doing what he wants. He just do what he wants to do. There's no players that can go. Once they've got, once they're trying to cover Hewitt, Kennedy, and Cripper, there's no one left to get poor old Sam Walsh. He's thinking this is Christmas time every time he runs and plays. He's loving
it. Dear other teams, you can't play 5 taggers.
Pretty much. Tanya Durden, King Charles. Look, it's just a pleasure, isn't it? I said during the night, I'll be privileged to let my grandchildren know that I got to witness the great Charlie Curnow play. some games, and we all hope that that's going to be for a long time yet. But and he's leading the Coleman. That's just crazy. That's absolutely crazy.
Yeah. Given that he's had some significant competition before H went down, but all of our smalls as well.
When Harry gets back, he'll be saying, "Get out the way, Harry."
He was anyway, wasn't he? It was one up, one down, and sorry, Harry. Off you go.
Couple of questions from our awesome audience. Richie Benacasa, did Marchbank end up being okay? According to the club injury report, it was a knock to the knee, no structural or significant damage. But I bet everyone was shitting themselves, given the fact we know that Marchie's, very, very prone to be blown over in a breeze and break something. So good news, he's going to be okay, be a test for this week, and most likely to play VFL, and it was his good knee. So it's good news that everything's okay. It's just a bit of bruising, so that's good news.
Yeah, awesome. Thanks, Trev, because I was worried about that too, and I hadn't seen the report, so I really enjoyed that. He could be our defender, Charlie. He's that talented.
Could be. Good point, Greg. And we talked about this earlier in terms of what happened. Did we? And are we running out of puff? Well, we didn't run out of puff in the second quarter. We ran out of puff for the rest of the game. But the mail was, and the club sort of confirmed this, that there was a bit of a viral thing going through the club during the week. Obviously, they're coming off a 5-day break. Playing that kind of footy, you would expect, that they would drop things down on another peg in terms of their fitness and puff. That's got to be would have had to be a factor in the second half.
Yeah. I didn't know about the viral thing, but definitely the 5-day break. That makes a massive difference compared to a 6-day break. Definitely, when you're getting down to third and fourth quarters, even time on in all quarters, that makes a massive difference. But we just found a way, and we're just unbelievable.
Yep.
Resilient. It's what did Voss say last week? Might not been this press conference, but the press conference before it, as he said, is there a word above resilient? Because that's what Sam Doherty is.
Well, yeah, that's awesome. That's a very good point, isn't it? There's nothing you can throw at Sam Doherty. I think you should probably get some of his blood cells, and I reckon it would get rid of COVID in a hurry. If I ever wanted a blood transfusion, it would be from Sam Doherty.
We've discovered the secret to immortality.
Pretty much. And look, didn't they do well by getting around him? Of course, Stocker was in there first. Who would have thought? To try and belt someone.
Yeah. How much did you enjoy Stocker being back? I loved it. I loved every minute of it. He was fantastic against.
He fluffed a few.
Fair enough. But that's just touch and getting back into the game. But Jesus, he was hard, and he gave Papley nothing.
Yeah. Oh, and that was great too. I hope Papley was crying his wheat bix, thinking what could have been.
Yeah, but what I love too is this is one of the technical sides of the game that I saw. You probably saw it too. But when Stocker had the ball and went forward and tried to deliver inside 50, Sard immediately came through and got Papley. Did you see that?
I did.
Yeah, it was just amazing.
Look, we did our homework again on Sydney. We talk about the fact that we necessarily haven't had a game plan or a situation where we've done any sort of team analysis. We did our homework on Sydney. We knew what we need to do, and we went out there and did it exactly. Sydney are always going to see what we're up to and have a bit of chance to cut. They're a smart footy side, and he's a smart coach. They're also going to try and counteract that, but. It's clear that we're doing our opposition analysis each week on teams and doing what we need to do, and that's why I think we're with our game style. It's very adaptable, even though we're very, very strong and contested. We're still clearly doing our homework. What works well on each week's opposition.
Yep, 100%. And you go back 12 months, and this particular game, we just would have laid down, and we just would have kept going with what we know, and just, all right, it's eventually going to work, and we would have got blown out of the water in that third and fourth quarter, and 4-5 goal, 6 goal loss.
Look, it sounds silly, but it's often it's really basic footy. You know, Voss has really stripped us back. He knows. I think he realised we've got the personnel, and he stripped us back. It's contested footy. It's defense when it's defensive, a solid defensive setup when we haven't got the ball. It's man in front, man behind when we're kicking it to a contest. It's getting around the contest. And it's corridor footy. So that's a really, what should I say, brief analysis of my limited football ability to analyse a game plan. But that's what it is essentially. But again, we've got the players to pull it off. And what we're also finding now is that our contributors across the side is just level again. We've got all these players coming together doing their roles every week now.
Yeah, you said what'd you say? I can't remember your exact words, but we're getting around players when they do something small. You know, like those two smothers that I mentioned before, which set up our second quarter. Everyone was around them. You know, just for a smother, or they're so important,
Yeah,
and
that is.
that's the kind of culture that's coming in. And like I said with Stocker, when Stocker went forward, someone else had him. Saad didn't have him. Plowman had him.
Okie dokie. Someone mentioned before another game where we played a big quarter. I can't remember where that is. I'm trying to get it. Luigi, I think it was. I'll try and find you, Luigi. Sorry about that. Here we go. Best quarter since we kicked 11 in the quarter against the Dogs in 98 when Lance kicked 8. So we were struggling for that memory, and thank you, Luigi, who
Good on you, Luigi.
It was plucked that one out. But yeah, we nearly snagged another one in the last second too, didn't we?
Yeah, we did. Yeah.
Okay, Grego. Yeah, separation from fourth now. Everything's going our way, isn't it? For some reason, it's like a perfect storm of results this week.
Yeah. We just got to keep going because you don't want to play your first final in Brisbane.
No, well, that's a point. That's a very good point. Okay. So Jack Silvani, special mention. I thought he was pretty solid. Lockie, I thought was really good. Adam Chera sacrificed his game. He played a run with game.
That was great. Great. Yeah, thanks for mentioning that. Yeah, I'd forgotten that. That's a great point.
And how good is to be able to do that, with him. And I didn't expect that might have been a little bit of a tactic, but it was used perfectly. And maybe the opposition didn't expect that we'd probably put Shearer in a run with Roll either.
Yeah.
But how good is to have that flexibility when you got Walsh, Hewitt, Cripper and Kennedy in there doing their thing. It's just a bevy of riches.
Hey, don't discount Charlie. He can do anything. He runs through
Charlie could play the Gus, couldn't
he? Ruck it and then rove it. And then... Interestingly, that getting back to the serious stuff, that the commentators who were terrible throughout the game did give mention to and give plaudits to Jack Silvani to be able to do that. He was nullifying the contest and then getting on the ground, which Hickey is unable to do. So whilst he wasn't able to win the ruck, he helped win it on the ground, or at least nullify it on the ground.
Yep. That Durden, I think it's been highlighted quite well, where he went up the ground, and then pushed back, ended up getting that to end on end goal. I think it was that. He's working really, really hard. Owies got rewarded with a goal. It was good to see him on the scoreboard because he was working really, really hard. Greg mentions Motlop. I don't know what anyone else thought, but I thought, and this is obviously made a couple of Blues, a young player coming in. I think we all agree he's got the attributes to be a senior footy player and hopefully a long term for us. I just thought he might have been a little bit selfish on a couple of occasions, and the occasion might have got the best of him.
I can only think of one shot where he was going to go long and then handed it off. And he shouldn't have. I thought that was unselfish. But, yeah, look, I thought he played a wonderful game. He's in the right spots. He kicked 1 or 2 goals. I'm going to say 2, and helped out with a few others. So I've got no problems with his game.
people are asking about Martin this week, and potentially, I think that you'd probably keep Motlop at the moment in ahead of Martin.
Unless there's injuries, mate, you've just played two of the best games in the last 10 years. Why would you change? There's no need to change.
We shall talk about that very, very shortly.
Well, you got my ins and outs right there.
We don't need to talk about the game against the Filth. All right. Does anyone want to play the quiz? Let me know, and I'll put you on. If not, we'll do a group quiz to see who can be the champion of the night. We'll ask the questions. You'll have to type in the answers. But if you do want to play our quiz, click on this link, and we will bring you on. And you can win a $50 gift voucher from the Carlton shop, courtesy of FIFO Capital. All your business finance cash flow needs from FIFO Capital. Let me know if you want to play. If not, we'll play the quiz just with the group and see how we go there.
All right, quick break.
Quick break for Johnny. Really want to talk about TDK. Got to be the girls' night for the quiz, says Greg. Yeah, we want some girls on to play the quiz. Luigi says if Martin plays and then Carroll goes out, I've got a different slant on that, Luigi, which I'll talk about shortly. I don't think they'll bring Martin straight in off that injury. I think he'll have to come in. Well, I hope he comes in and has a bit of a run in the twos. Really want to talk about TDK. Everyone thought the world was ending when Pitnet went down. It's been a bit up and down with our ruck stocks. Firstly, everyone was calling TDK to come in over Pitnet. Pitnet comes in and kills it, and then we were worried about, why should we need TDK in? But now what we're seeing from TDK is a real emergence. We've probably turned a forward player into a ruckman, but I think that's probably a good thing. We've got Charlie and Harry. We don't need someone else like that down there. But TDK is the modern ruckman. He's the Max Gawn of modern ruckman, and I think he's on track if he keeps going to be way better than Max Gawn, because his ability to run is, I think, his athleticism, and obviously we know his marking prowess. And how about that goal from TDK, by the way? He's just got all the tricks. He's going to be, I don't know what he can be.
TDK, yeah. Like you said, amazing growth that he's shown since Pitnet's been out. And he rucked well. He rucked really well. I like that they've acknowledged that he needs a break, though. If he keeps going, then he'll get dominated. So he does get that 5 minute or so break, and we seem to break even on the weekend and the few weeks previous. We seem to break even, particularly on the deck.
Yeah, and you can see there's been some adjustments made in our centre positioning. When Jack's doing the ruck. We were concerned about that, but we've got a very professional, experienced midfield group that don't necessarily need to get it down their throat every week or every tap. So they're adjusting and they're working when Jack's in the ruck, and it's working really well.
Yeah, what I loved, and I don't know if you all saw it, is how much Cripps has got confidence in his midfield now. And so many times that he was on the deck and got it out, and then he's off to the races. He's doing the outside stuff because he's so confident that it will come out again. And no one's watching Cripps to go on the outside, and he just gets so much space. And he's got this burst of speed, which no one would have ever thought that he had. And oh my God, it's awe-inspiring.
He's like slow motion. You see, I don't know if he's that quick, but it seems to be that when he decides to take off, that no one's catching him. It's like his first two steps have got a massive burst of hyperspeed, and then by that stage, it's too late. And what he's seeing also is he's just too clever too, because he'll give that stop and prop, and by that stage, the opposition's expected him to bomb something. And they've all just run past him, and he's got 20 metres either side of him to deliver to someone. It's just nice. It's just a masterclass.
Yeah, nice, very nice. Love that. Yeah, good,
John
good
William,
call
thank
up.
you for tuning in, my very good friend. Would Voss be coach of the comp so far this year? We're not biased at all, but we'll answer that, Johnny.
Oh, you've still got to go with Melbourne coach to keep them up and unbeaten. So I'd probably say second.
Well, I'm going to disagree because he's
Fair.
taken us from where we've been down in the doldrums of the bowels of the competition to 8-2. So and playing a cohesive brand of exciting footy. So I'd have to say he's got to be up there right now.
Yeah, yeah. Look, I can see the argument, and I like it. we're sitting third, so he's got to be in the frame, doesn't he? But to keep a team up once you won a premiership is that's probably any coach will say to you that's one of the hardest things to do.
All right, let's get on to the filth. First of all, before we get on the filth, we'll do a quiz. We haven't got any contestants by the look of it who want to play, so we'll do the quiz amongst the group, amongst the listeners.
Debbie, Debbie, that's gold.
No one ever beat anyone above them, though. That's very true. That is very true. You can't beat that one, Deb. We don't play them to Mount 23, do we?
Yeah, that's. I'm now handing over my second chair to Debbie. That's his gold.
Okay. All right. So before we get on the quiz, I want to have a couple of Collingwood jokes. We'll read them out from we got today. Okay.
Yeah, go for it. Yeah.
What do Collingwood supporters use for protection during sex? A bus shelter. What do you call a Collingwood player with a corrugated iron on his head? Iron sheet on his head. A first home buyer.
And what do you call a Collingwood supporter with the corrugated iron sheet on his head and a slab of I won't pick a beer, but just a slab under his arm?
I don't know.
Home and contents.
Home contents, yeah. Okay, good. From Norm, what do you call a girl who turns up at a Collingwood wedding wearing a black hoodie, top, and white track pants?
Belle of the ball.
The bride. What's the difference between a cactus and the Collingwood club rooms? A cactus has pricks on the outside.
Yeah, nice.
How do you stop a Collingwood supporter from drowning? Take your foot off his head.
Hey, that's sexist. Could be her head.
Oh, it could be. Brendan's got one. What do you call a Collingwood supporter that's past year 12? The president. What's another one? There's some other good ones here. I can't find one. No, that's not it. I can't read that one. I might get in trouble.
Yeah, there's a few dirty ones in there, and a few
What's the difference between a park bench and a Collingwood supporter? A park bench can support a family of 4. This could come back to bite us in the ass considerably.
Where's your mate Brett? Where's he tonight?
Oh, Greg. Greg's given me half of these ones. It's been pretty good. Oh no, I clicked the wrong button. I've missed a few. All right, before we get into the Collingwood game, let's have a quiz. How about that?
Yeah. Are you still going to do a prize?
I'll do a prize. So I'll have to. If you want to play the quiz, I know no cheating, but because you can use Google.
Well, you can't if it's first person in. You don't have the time.
Well, that's true. Quickly, Sean Costello, realistically, thoughts on their potential while I'm getting the quiz ready? You can answer that, Johnny.
Yeah, look, Doherty, Wiedering, Cripps, Charlie. Geez, you'd almost have to chuck Durden in, wouldn't you?
Maybe not yet, but I think the first ones are probably there. If Wiedering doesn't get an AA Guernsey this year, there's going to be a riot at AFL House.
And just interesting, there was a great article during the week which is voicing everything that we were thinking anyway, as how lucky we were to miss out on Tom Papley because of what we've now got out of nowhere. and it led me to the thought that 2-3 years, maybe even 1 year away, Durden is going to command the money that Papley wanted.
Let's hope he can continue. He's just got so much energy. I'm loving what he is doing. Okay, the quiz. If you want to play the quiz, I will give you the questions and you will give me the answers. So get ready to type in your answers. The first person who puts the answer in will get a point. There are 10 questions. It's going to be hard to try and get a winner, but you never know. The person who gets the most answers right will be the winner, and I will award you a $50 gift voucher from the Carlton shop, courtesy of FIFO Capital.
Are you taking score? Because I'm not.
Hey?
Are you taking score? Because I'm not.
Well, do something for once in your life.
No.
At least if I can get the questions, surely you can get the answers.
If I had a pad and pen, but you know.
Okie dokie. Question 1. First in, don't forget. Anyone can play.
Except Andrew Lake.
No, Andrew can play. He's good. He's good to go. He's part of the team. He's part of the audience, valued part of the audience, and they're a good friend from Blue Horizons. Question 1, before we get into the Collingwood analysis. When was the last time we were at a season 8-2? What year? Please put your answers in. The first person to give me that answer in the chat box will be awarded 1 point.
Here we go. Everyone's going to Google now.
We
haven't got a quick answer.
The answer is Ricky Spencer does win the give that one. 1995 is correct. 1995, that famous premiership year, of course, when we only dropped 2 games.
Yep.
And just for a bonus point, give us those 2 teams we dropped the games to in 1995.
Oh, I know that one.
Where the boys won a few bucks for their free trip. All right, so I've got Ricky Spencer on that, who has got 1 point.
And Luigi's got a point.
Swan Saints, who was first there?
Luigi.
Saints. We'll give Luigi a point too on that, even though that's 11 questions. Question 2. Everyone's got the answer to that one. That was a good one. Saints, Swans. Everyone got the answer to that one. That's good. Okay. Question 2. This will be an interesting question. Speaking of 1995. Who kicked the first goal of the 1995 Grand Final? If you know that, Johnny, you can put your hand up just so I know that you've got some kind of smarts. You don't give us the answer, but here we go. Everyone's on Google, I reckon. Ricky Spencer again. Craig Bradley is the answer. Good job, mate. Good job. Ricky Spencer on the go for 2 points. That'll be hard to come back from. Peter Varhos got it. Richie Benenkaza, who said right? Nope. Sorry, Natasha. Andrew Lake said Bradley, but you're too slow, buddy. Come on, Andrew. We need you to get up and about. Greg O'Yeffy said Williams. Debbie said Brown. No, but it was Craig Bradley, that a magnificent running goal to kick off our grand final. This is an easy one. So we've got, who got a point then? Ricky's on 2. Did Ricky get
Hang
that?
on, Richie's he's coming in with this. He's going hard on rap.
Yeah, but who got that? Who got that question right though first? That was Ricky Spencer. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, but Richie's coming in with Ratton, not Bradley.
Okay. Yeah, but it wasn't Ratton. It was Bradley. The answer is Bradley. Ricky Spencer is on 2. Luigi is on 1. No correspondence will be entered into. Okie dokie. Question 3. How many times has Patrick Cripps been All-Australian? Tick, 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 tick. Might be on delay here. It's taking a bit of time to get these answers through.
Might just be internet delay.
3, says Luigi, and he is wrong. The first person to get this right is Nathan Wilmot, and his answer is 2, and that is correct. Patrick Cripps has been All-Australian twice. Scotty said 3, bzzzt. Ricky said 3, bzzzt. Julian Rose, g'day Julian. No, you're sort of right. Richie's right. Russell's wrong. Connor Waller, that's an interesting name. G'day, buddy. Thanks for tuning into the show.
Mate, you can't win your own prize. Come on, don't get those ghost accounts.
Yeah, that's a point. Connor's a real person. I haven't set him up with the answers, but Kayla Anderson says 4. No, that he should have won for All Australians. Okay, who got that one? Who I missed out? Are you doing the score again? Nathan Wilmot was first there with number 2. Nathan. Okay, next question. What player? Greg is blaming internet speed. He's just had too many beers. What player, question 4, is our best and fairest named after? Everyone should get this one. If you can't, then you're not a true Carlton supporter. Here we go. Questions coming in. Answers coming in. Come on, everyone. This is the easiest question you'll ever get. There we go. Who's come in with the answer? It is
Nathan Wilmot again.
No, I've got Scotty Nolan, actually, with the answer first.
Have you?
Yep, on my list.
There we go. Yeah, very good.
All right, Scotty Nolan, good job, mate. You are in with a point. Scott with 1, Nathan with 1, Luigi with 1.
Got a point.
Ricky's with 2. Everyone got this right, of course. Ricky, Spencer, Nick, everyone got it right. Good work. That was an easy one. Yes, good, correct. Good work, everyone. Might be a little bit, this shouldn't be too difficult. Question 5. Who was our coach named as our coach for the team of the century?
Oh, I know that one.
Should be a lay down. This is another easy one. True Carlton supporters should get this one. This is more fun and more easier with someone actually doing the quiz, by the way. But we're happy to do that. Scotty Nolan is first. No, he's not. Who is first? Ricky Spencer is first. We'll take Ricky just ahead of Scotty Nolan, who says Parko. And the answer is David Parkin, of course.
Jack I'm going the point off Ricky there and 1 for Scotty. It's actually Parkin, not Parko.
Well, Parko's his nickname. Come on, seriously.
I'm just barracking from my old mates.
That's very, very harsh. That's very
and to get it closer, let's get it closer.
Yeah, okay. People are blaming their internet speed here. Well, if you got on and actually played and got your buffheads on the show, then you wouldn't have to complain. So no complaining,
exactly.
Please.
And you've only got one other person to play against.
Pretty much, yes. Roderick Huggett says he beat them both. Look again. Okay, Roderick, I will do that. We'll have to go back to the
tail of the tape.
Can't see your name up there, Roderick. I'm very sorry. I can only see what I can see. But I'm
with
prepared.
you. I can't see him.
No, I can't see you. I'm sorry.
I know Roderick was well back in the pack.
Peter Vlahol said he was first. Well, I don't know whether I'm getting it wrong, but I'm only looking on our platform. I'm not looking on the Facebook chat. So maybe.
That could be different.
So that could be different.
Yeah.
So maybe we'll have to leave it up to our awesome audience if I'm making a mistake on who gets in first. So please correct me if you see someone's name first or you think name is first. I will rectify that situation. But we're doing our best with our limited technology. Okay. Question 6. This shouldn't, maybe because the question is too easy. The question's too easy. Question 6. The tune to We Are the Navy Blues is based on which song? Johnny knows that one, as being the muso that he is. Just waiting for everyone. And we've got people on YouTube saying the YouTube's a bit slow too. Well, tough titties. We're not. Can't handle everyone. Have we got the answers coming? Oh, Ricky Spencer. Lily of Laguna. We're going to have to, well, again, Ricky, I've just got you ahead of Roderick, but everyone's got the question right. And I'll have to go to the tape. But in my chat, in what it's doing is telling me Ricky was first.
Yeah, didn't spell it right. Let's give one to Roderick.
Oh, God. Okay, can't give it. Lily of Laguna. Yep, you're wrong, Ricky. Sorry about that, buddy. Oh, that's very harsh.
Yeah, it's harsh, but we're just spreading the love.
Okay, we'll spread the love. You're in front, and plus, you should win this anyway. Lily of Laguna is the answer. Good work, Blues fans. Phil Axe, a racist tune. That's true. Ricky Spencer says fat fingers. Happy World Turtle Day to everyone out there too. For the day before, Ricky Spencer. Awesome fella, looks after the turtles. So happy World Turtle Day to everyone the other day.
On you, Ricky.
Okay, a visual question, and I hope I put this guy up here. Where did I do that? Here we go. Yes, a visual question. Name this player. Premiership player, by the way. A little bit of a hint. He played in our 1987 Premiership. See who can get that one. Here we go. Names coming through. Anyone coming through? Surely Ricky didn't get this one. Ricky Spencer says Dennis. Andrew Lake says Richard Dennis. Darren Familio says Ken Hunter. Shane Robertson often gets confused for Shane Robertson, says Diane Allison. Mark Aythorne says Scotty Nolan. Julian Rose says Dennis. The correct answer, Johnny, is?
Wouldn't have a frigging clue.
Richard Dennis is that gentleman. And I'm sorry, everyone, but Ricky has got my first name up here as being the answer to that question. Matthew Hogsum, someone says. Aiken, no, the answer is Richard Dennis, 1987 Premiership footballer. And a little bit of an aside question. I happened to play a game of footy with Richard Dennis for the Arrowhead Eagles about 10 or so years ago. So that's an interesting little piece of tidbit of trivia for you. Came over from North Melbourne. We're giving that one to Ricky too. I'm sorry, everyone, but I'll go back to the tape later on. I don't think Ricky can be caught, by the way. So we've got 3 questions left. Question 8. Which Carlton legend was caught on a tram on a pre-season training run? No one might know. We'll see who gets this one. This will be an interesting one. This will be an Andrew Lake answer. Only Andrew Lake will get this one, I'm pretty sure.
So what were they doing, getting the tram down Royal Parade?
They were on a training run, and they actually had their dog along with them, and they decided to take a tram instead of doing the pre-season run. And the answer to that is Peter Percy Jones. Andrew Lake, as tipped, did get that one. Very good. Diane Allison, nice work. You got that one too. Good job. Julian Rose says Meldrum. No. Justin Madden, someone said. No, the answer was Percy Jones. That was a clever thing to do. Catch the tramway on a pre-season run. Andrew Lake with the answer there. Okie doke, another easy one. Thanks, Julian. Good question. I thought so. Question 9. Fraser Brown had what nickname? This is an easy one. Everyone will get this one. Waiting for the answers to come in. Dog says Luigi. No. Ricky Spencer, not Mad Dog. Close. Jason Allen says Mad Dog. No. Peter Varhos. No, not Mad Dog. Debbie O'Connor. The correct answer is with you, and it is Brown Dog. That is correct. Everyone's saying Mad Dog. No, he was never called Mad Dog. It was Brown Dog. Good work, Debbie. Thank you very much. Ricky Spencer saying it was Mad Dog. No, it was never. I don't think it was Mad Dog. Johnny, you want to back me up on this one?
No.
Okay. Brown Dog is the answer that I have here. He was mad. No, okay, Ricky Spencer. If you can find out somewhere where he's called Mad Dog, that'll be fine. But for me, it was Brown Dog. Darren, yes, I'll give you that one, Darren. I think you were first with Brown Dog. Let me just check.
Protest. Ricky's going to protest.
He's going to protest. Okay.
I think
Luigi said, I've got Brennan. No, who have I got as Brown Dog first? I've got Debbie O'Connor. I've only got Debbie as first. I'm sorry. But we'll go back to Facebook and check it out.
No, all the answers to the screen.
Even Andrew Lake says Brown Dog. Okay, here we go. Protest. Well, we'll take that up later on, Ricky, me and you. Andrew Lake says Mad Dog. All right. Junkyard Dog. That's Junkyard Dog was used. I do believe Junkyard Dog was a term referred to from Fraser Brown, but his most popular name would be Brown Dog. Next question. Last question with a bit of controversy. Who won the Norm Smith Medal for the 1987 Grand Final? Johnny, you should know that one.
Yeah, I think I do, actually.
This is an easy one. Bit of question, bit of a contentious one, that Brown Dog one. Julian Rose for the win, coming from Japan, so you can't blame your internet, is the winner in my book.
I got that.
Ross is David Rees-Jones. Everyone got that one. Good work, everyone. Fitzpatrick, says Darragh from Leo. No, it was David Rees-Jones. And that concludes our quiz. Congratulations to what I've got as the winner. But since Ricky Spencer wanted to argue with me, I'm just going to cancel his prize out and just give it to some random person that I like better than Ricky.
Dissension,
Ricky. Do not argue with the host. If you want to get your own show, come and do it. No, I love you, mate. Congratulations. I will send you that promptly, your prize. Congratulations, everyone. Thank you for joining in the quiz. We might do another one next week. It doesn't take up 3 hours. We'll see how we go.
So, feedback, audience, please. Do you like two people coming up, or do you like it as the audience?
Or do you think this is the worst thing you've ever seen on a Carlton show in the history of Carlton shows?
Well, when it takes 20 minutes.
Good work. Okay.
Fuck you both.
Well, that's even... Actually, we're going to charge you now, Ricky. So, Julian Chief says, keep it clean. Yes, correct. 2 people live. Yes. Julian loves the quiz. Definitely doesn't work online. We'll try and work something else out. We'll try and come up with a different form. Maybe we'll just do a quiz show at one night during the week. We'll see how it goes. And we'll just offer. If we get a sponsor, we'll just offer better prizes. Then people want to come on then. Okay, Ricky Spencer can donate your win, but since you lost the win, mate, I'm afraid we can't accept you to donate it. But no, we'll do that for sure. Thank you very much for that. Okay, let's move on, Johnny, before the night gets away from us. Collingwood, Carlton. Now, I'll ask you a question, and I'll ask the audience.
Please do.
I'll ask you a question. We talk about important wins. We've judged our wins previously on the caliber of the performer and the people or the team where we've played them on the ladder, but this is different, surely. Surely winning this one would just be an icing of the cake from our season.
Yeah, look, it's just another one, isn't it, really?
Come on, mate. This is Collingwood Carlton.
Yeah, look, it's one of those ones. All right, I'll be totally honest. I was in the Carlton Social Club a couple of years ago, and there was this fuckwit Collingwood supporter who just wanted to punch on. And he said, this was after they had won, he said, take a photo of me and my friends. I said no. And he said, it started off with all this shit and just wanted to punch my head in because I've said no to that. And he was just deliberately provocative. You know, the only Collingwood supporter in the Carlton Social Club, he was looking for a fight. So I want Collingwood to suffer as much as possible. I want us to beat them by 10 plus goals and to absolutely annihilate them and show them how fucking bad they are as a club and how much they have fucked up football ever since they won the premiership, which they shouldn't have if Saints had a kick straight and that bounce of the ball had gone right.
Mm-hmm.
You shouldn't have won one. You did. You've been cocky ever since. Fuck off. We're going to beat you by 10 goals plus and absolutely show you that you're a rabble.
That's probably hands down the best preview of a game I've heard in a long time. No need for any in-depth analysis of where we're going to win this game or how we're going to do it or matchups or anything like that, but we'll go with that, Johnny.
Oh, look, if we can't sit back and say now that we are on par with these guys. We're well above these guys now. So let's show it. Let's do it.
Look, of course, we hate Collingwood. It's right up there. People argue on who they might hate more, Collingwood or Essendon. It's a bit of a toss-up. For this week, we'll hate Collingwood the most, and when it comes to Essendon, we'll hate them the most. But we've seen maybe Fremantle drinking their own bathwater last week and didn't win the game, obviously in pretty harsh conditions. Is there any danger of us doing the same, getting into our own self-importance?
If it does, who's going to be the first person who just slaps them back into the line? And that's the coach.
Yeah.
Because that never happened at Brisbane.
No, it didn't. And look, from everything we've seen from Vossi so far, you'd back him in the fact that he's got them on a level head, I would hope. With a 10-day break, they've had a hard game. Our mids, I think, have got them covered. Side bottom for them always gives us a bit of trouble. Pendlebury is, getting on in years, and even though he's probably still their best player though. I think it's going to be a challenge containing the likes of Elliott and this Ginnivan. So, our backs are going to be hard pressed, I think. But I think with the way we've been going about it with Doc and Sard and Stocker and those kind of guys, you would think that they've got them covered. They've
got to get down there first.
Well, they've got to get it down there, of course. Mychek, we know he's hot and cold, but I think we have to have him covered easily with Weeders. Jordan DeGoey is just a non-human as far as I'm concerned. I'd like to just put him into non-existence and just make him not even relevant for the game.
But we should have done that last year. And that was the one that I was so pissed off about. We just let him run riot.
Yeah.
And you take him out of the game. He's such a confidence player. You take him out in the first minute. Not in the 80s way. Just take his confidence out in the first couple of minutes, and he's done. He's rat shit.
Yep.
You let him go and do exactly what he wants, and he'll kick 4 or 5, which we saw last year.
Yeah. Look, Mason Cox has got to be one we've got to be worried about.
Isn't he still in the 2s?
No, he's back last week, the old Coxie.
Was he?
Yeah, Coxie's back.
Yeah, okay.
Look, he's going to
shows you how good they're going.
he's going to win his fair share of taps, but we know he can't do much around the ground, so just don't kick it to him. We'd be pretty smart from our perspective. Look, you'd have to say we'd have to have them covered on most of the lines, I would hope. And yeah, you would what we'd like to see on a Sunday afternoon at 3:10, a ridiculous time, would just very, very ordinary. But anyway, who's a broken finger? Jason Allen says Cox got injured, got a broken finger. Oh dear. Well, that's too bad, so sad.
He's got broken swimming glasses.
Yeah,
swimming goggles.
Look, that'll actually probably hurt them because I don't know who their second and third ruck is. They've got the other bloke out that's on $1 million a year that can't touch it at the moment.
Who's that?
What's his name? I can't remember their usual starting ruckman.
Oh yeah. Kemp, Brody Grundy, yeah.
Grundy, that's the one. Bretsky says Darcy usually goes well on Charlie. I don't know if they would have had too many matchups.
This is true.
but Charlie will take him to the cleaners, particularly with the way that we're delivering the ball at the moment. I think Charlie will probably boot 10 on Darcy Moore and just show Darcy Moore where he belongs in the pecking order of the AFL.
So Darcy does get hold of H on the one-on-ones, but you get H out in front, and he always killed him. But Charlie's a different proposition. We've seen in the game against Sydney that he gets out in front, keeps his feet, wheels around, and goes for it, or he can sit in the square and do body on body, which is tremendous attributes to have as a forward. So I don't think Darcy's got him.
Look, they're a well-coached side, but they're not a side that should be any trouble to us at our best. I would absolutely like to pump them, like you said. I would absolutely like to get hold of them and continue the pain. I'd like to do 4 quarters of that second quarter, and I'd just like to blow them out of the actually MCG and send them across the road where they belong. That's exactly what I want to do.
Yep.
Give us your thoughts on changes, please, to our audience. Johnny's probably mentioned earlier on that he doesn't think there will be any changes, but I think there will be one. I'd love to hear what you think, ladies and gentlemen out there. I'm sort of thinking that maybe Carroll might be rested. And I think it's probably a good idea that they rest these kind of blokes. I think maybe that they will play Dow this week. I think that will be a swap. I don't know why I think that, but that's what I'm feeling in my old waters.
I thought that with Carroll. Did you watch a replay?
I did. I actually got caught. I was in bed with the laptop. The wife thought I was doing certain things I shouldn't be doing, but she just realised I was watching the second quarter.
So you were doing things you shouldn't be.
I was doing that at the same time. It wasn't. I wasn't watching any weird midget stuff like I usually do. It was just the second quarter of the footy.
Oh dear God! But I thought Jack Carroll was better the second time around and what he was doing off the ball, and I reckon he'll get another shot at it.
Okay.
Why would you change? You've just played your best game of 10 years. Why would you change?
I agree. I think that's a very good point, and a winning team is a good team.
Yeah.
But again, I just think young bloke, he hasn't been outstanding. I think at some point you have to give Dow a shot. So I think that might be this one. That's all I'm feeling. Either way, it could go either way. I wouldn't be too stressed if Carroll played 100% for sure. I wouldn't be too stressed at all. Few people are saying Nunes for Carroll. Maybe that a bit more flexibility, particularly in the half forward line, bigger body. We didn't need that necessarily against the Swans like we thought. Nunes, he played a pretty good game. Sean Costello says absolutely no way Dow will be picked. No formal position to fill. Carroll may be out for Martin. One thing I will say is I don't think they should be bringing Martin in straight in. I think that there's 3 or 4 players ahead of Jack Martin, unfortunately, in the way that they've been performing.
Yeah, well, you've got to get rid of the young bloke first. That would be the logical transition. But he's been playing solid footy, and we need to get games into him to be able to understand. That's a thing. One of the biggest things that I got out of that Motlop is he needs footy to be able to realise that he doesn't have that second that he does in the twos. And once he gets that, he'll be electric.
Yep. MCG will be different. We haven't played there for a while. A bigger ground, obviously. Will that benefit and help our small forwards get a bit more space? Seeing Motlop out there and Durden and Owies there on the MCG might be really good. Charlie having plenty of space to run in. I think the MCG, should suit us the way we play. Even though we've been performing really, really well at Marvin, it'll just be really, really interesting to see how that goes.
Which is really, really, really rare.
Really, really
well, Marvel.
I'm used to talking to my little daughter. You're really, really cute. Ricky Spencer says, Grego, says, let Martin earn it. I'm with you, mate.
Yes.
in the Magoos. Let him earn it. That should be good. Go on to the times we're picking blokes on their salary, and he's just coming straight up from an injury. So again, let him earn it. I think, and let him work hard. So yeah, look, 3:10 Sunday. I think we've got them covered on every line. We'll have to wrap up the show shortly, but I think everyone is in the same agreement that we want to smash them into the ground and just send them off early over the road.
Yeah, fuck them. Do we have time? You can play my video.
I do. I'll play your video shortly. John wants to play something,
mate.
so if you just give me 1 second, Johnny, I will do that.
So, are you doing this now? Because I'll give it a bit of a lead in, bit of a pump up.
Okay, so Johnny wants me to show something. Johnny, give us the intro first. What's it all about?
It's not Carlton related, but I'm going with goal of the year here from the Noosa Tigers. Obviously, I watch a fair bit of football with them. I sponsor this guy. This is John O'Freeman, ex Brisbane Lions, with one of the goals of the year. You got to understand.
He's run around on the left foot.
Yeah, and guess what? It's fallen short.
You've got to understand with this. It had been raining.
Will's jumped into his back there. He's called a ball up.
Here we go.
Torps all day, Bob, now.
He's been live
Go
for
drop punt. Torps all day.
Freeman. Oh, he's kicked it out! That's a goal of the day! John O'Freeman, he's given the aeroplane and all!
Sorry. What did I do then?
That's our Noosa Head Surf Club goal of the day! He didn't even grab it, he just kicked it out of mid-air. So everybody at home, I don't know if we go to the replay there. There we go, look at that. That was something out of the World Cup.
It was.
That's a fair effort.
You're just smart. Lean on your ruckman.
That's a fair effort. I like that.
Given the conditions,
Noosa Tigers.
Dry, you would say that was awesome.
That's a fair effort. The Noosa Tigers, eh?
Yeah, good on them.
Very
Gone
nice.
from dead last, not winning a game, to now third on the ladder.
Oh, they're like the Blues, mate.
Yeah.
All right, last question. Give us your best. Give us your prediction for the game. What do you want to see? Who do you think is going to kick some goals? And give us your margin out there, please, ladies and gentlemen. Johnny, you said 10 goals.
Yeah. Look, easy. They're not great. They are not great, and they're going to be shown up.
That'd be very nice. Who else have we got to say? Someone's talking about Cottrell. Someone said Cottrell should be it. No, I don't think so. Charlie will kick 10 goals. Very good. I'd like to see that. Would that be nice?
And there's the margin.
Brendan just wants Carlton to win. Doesn't care how much. Fair enough. Darren says 50. Lena says just win. We can get a little bit excited, can't we, if we take it up? Ricky Spencer, Blues by 30. Cripps will get the 10 coaches' votes. Look, I hope we win by. I think we'll win by 10 goals. How about that? I'll put it out there as well. I'm a 10 goaler, and that will be very, very nice. Sunday afternoon.
If you're on the punt, plus 39.
Yeah. If you're around, I should be having lunch or a few beers down at Riverside before the game. So come up and look for me and say good day. Buy me a beer. It'll be fantastic because, if you've seen the prices of beer these days, I've got a young family to support. And our good friend Simone will be over from WA. So hopefully we'll catch up with her at some stage. We might do a bit of a live cross at some point. We might do a bit of a live cross at Riverland. We might do a live cross from the Royal Hotel after the game. That'll be interesting.
No.
Or the Limerick Arms, sorry. What was that's what I meant to say. We'll see how we go. Okay. Thank you very much for joining us, ladies and gentlemen. Really appreciate it. Sorry about our little hiccup with the technology. Greg won't be watching. It'll be his son's 18th birthday.
Good on him.
Happy birthday, Greg, to your young fella. Hopefully you have a great day. But yeah, like I said, if you're around, let us know. We'll catch up with you hopefully before the game. 3:10 on a Sunday. 3:10, I think it is. Yeah, that's a bit of a late start, but we'll do it. But home of the mighty MCG.
Yep, Good evening, everyone. It's been
Good evening. See you next
fantastic.
week. Congratulations to Ricky Spencer for winning the quiz. And we shall see you same time next Tuesday night. Have a good night. Go Blues.